Good morning, everybody, and welcome to lesson 7 of your Unit 5 interactive notebook. So today we're working with linear and exponential models. So this lesson's on page 53. Some of this lesson is very explorative and has 2 exploratory challenges, but this is the mini lesson portion. So in algebra, it is important we can tell when to use a linear model or an exponential model. We showed you with money and with graphs. Now we'll show you with tables. So, just a quick recap. So, linear models have constant rates of change. And an exponential model does not. Non-constant rate of change, they grow or decay at a large rate. So in other words, one's going to have a constant rate of change and one is going to have a non-constant rate of change. So we have 2 tables of values here. We have a table for f of x and we have a table for h of x. Table A and table B. So what we're going to do is we're going to look and see which one is either growing or decaying at a rate where the rate is being moved exponentially, where it's changing constantly and it's either getting smaller every time or it's getting larger every time. So let's take a look over here. Let's take for the first table. We see that for the x-axis we're always going up by 5. So between each point. So we know we have a constant rate on the left side, but constant rate of change means that we have a constant rate with the x's and with our outputs as well. So let's take a look at the f of x or our y. If I look, I see that I have a difference of 3 every time. So I'm going with a difference of 5 and difference of 3. Okay, well check this out. So I know that I have a constant rate of 3 over 5. This is linear because there's a constant rate of change. Constant rate of change. Now let's take a look at what's going on over here. We're going, in h of x, we're going up by 1 every time. But now let's take a look at what's going on the output side. 1 minus 1/2 is going to give us 1/2. So we're subtracting 1/2. Then we're subtracting a quarter. Then we're subtracting another eighth. And now we're subtracting a 16th. So we're decaying exponentially. If you look, first we subtract by 1/2, then we subtract by 1/2 of that, then by another 1/2. So we're subtracting by 1/2 of the previous number. It's non-constant. This is a non-constant rate of change. So we know that this one here is exponential. Now, but what is this function? So what you can do is you're going to go into your calculator and you're going to press the following buttons in order to find out what function you are working with right here. So if you get your calculator, you're going to turn your calculator on and you're going to press the stat button. You're going to get your stat menu and you're going to press enter to get your lists. And what you're going to do is you're going to enter everything in the x column into list 1 and everything into the h of x column into list 2. And you're going to follow the steps listed out in your interactive notebook right here. So if I were to do that, I can type in my fractions by dividing. So for example, 1/4, 1 divided by 4 is going to give me the 0.25 into the list. So what I want you to do is I want you to follow these steps, and then I want you to check your answer with your answer key, and then proceed to check for understanding.